From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The following announcement is paid for by the Wrestling with Nerds.
Hey there, I'm John St. John, and you are watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast.
This honky tonk man, greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and you're watching Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Yes, that's my favorite. Shake, rattle, and roll.
What's going on, wrestling nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We are talking about the Clash in Paris this weekend, and it's going to be a doozy. At least I hope it's going to be a doozy. Sunday, August 31st.
The baby's sleeping.
Oh, well, apparently, I can do the intro without him waking up. Let's see if we can do like an hour-long podcast without him waking up.
Eventually, he's just gonna learn to slap you in the face.
He headbutts me.
He's reach up and do that.
He headbutts me, and it hurts like a son of a bitch. Like he'll like pick up his head and do like a little wiggle, and then just let it go and just. Like, he hit me so hard, I thought I knocked his ass out, because he went from crying to...
That would not have been good for concussion protocol.
No. At least he doesn't have as many concussions as Tua Tagovailoa.
That's
Reggie Ray
funny.
concussion counters at 11.
Oh, shit.
Got him to crack on that one.
All great. You're gonna start coughing, and then he's gonna wake up.
A Clash in Paris this weekend, from the Paris La
So
Défiance
you want to see the baby?
Arena.
There you go.
I thought,
There's a shot.
was Lonnie coming around to take a look?
She can see.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this will be the first ESPN direct-to-consumer streaming service. Will it? No, it'll be the last.
Yeah, it's gonna be Peacock's last one.
It'll be Peacock's last one. My apologies. So do you think they're gonna pull out any extra steps?
No.
No.
You think they'll pull out a crap ton of steps for WrestlePalooza?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So they're all over in Europe right now, doing some live events like they always do when they head over there. I saw Roxanne give Pop Rocks to CM Punk, and it looked awful.
She did it twice.
Did it twice? I saw the first one where he was just like a stack of bricks just falling over.
Yeah, I saw Alexa walking back to the locker room with her holding her daughter,
That was
raising
nice.
the belt in the air.
I like that.
Charlotte being cordial and friendly to a little girl in the end of the crowd, and it looks like they're having fun over there.
So
Which is good.
I think it was maybe
Which
a
it
month.
has to be. It has to be fun for them. They haven't done live shows in the States since before WrestleMania, and now they're doing them over there, so it's got to feel good to be wrestling every night.
So
Yeah.
it might have been a month ago, maybe a little bit more, where Charlotte was getting interviewed, and she was mentioning since she's been with Alexa, she's been getting cheered, and she really started tearing up on like, I really thought I was never going to hear cheers again. I thought I was going to have to get hurt and come back to really feel, like the fans cared again. Ryan, I think you and I are at least on the same boat. I don't know about Mike. Charlotte is fantastic.
Yes.
Love Charlotte. at some points maybe a little too much down our throats, but who gives a crap? They did the same thing with Cena. They did the same thing with Roman. They're just that good that they should be in the spot that they're in. But to see the emotion from Charlotte, though, and I want to talk about this because we have Alexa now and Charlotte as a tag team with the tag team championships. Do you like this side of Charlotte that we've started seeing?
Of course, there's a different side of Charlotte, but it's not so much about being the queen and being the absolute top best for female wrestler in the world. She's like letting her hair down, so to speak. I don't think this journey with Alexa is over with yet.
No, I hope
I'm
not.
kind of hoping possibly we get a little bit of Charlie starts showing up in Charlotte. That could be interesting.
Oh, that would be cool.
Kind of like Lily shows up in Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like they're having fun. Their TikToks and their Instagrams together, they're having fun. Like they did the whole I'm not gonna do it, girl. Yeah, I'm not gonna. And then next thing you know, Charlotte's got pigtails, like Alexa. So they're having fun with it. Speaking of which, I think the wife took it upstairs. I finally got my "We Are Not Friends" shirt.
Nice.
So that completes my summer collection of T-shirts. The wife told me that if I buy one more shirt, I get to sleep with it outside because I get to use it as a blanket. uh, no, but I enjoy seeing Charlotte. I think Charlotte thought at before WrestleMania when she got booed out of SmackDown where she completely frazzled and had no idea what to do next.
Including the Tiffany Stratton one.
Yeah, I think she thought she's never gonna get a payoff as anything anymore, and to be the best female wrestler in the world and get the rub to get the fans to cheer for you again, it's gotta feel good.
Now, sticking with the women's division, but going down to NXT, we no longer have Speed anymore. That has been integrated into the NXT brand.
I kind of figured that was gonna happen eventually.
What are your thoughts on that? Because I like it. Sol Ruka is probably the best person in my mind, if not Zarya, to help transition that over to being on a show every Tuesday. What do you got?
What are you just giving me just feeding me my favorite female wrestlers at this time?
Well, no, there are questions I've thought of over. There are questions I've thought of over the week that I was saving for the podcast.
I think that Sol Ruka is the most ready female superstar on NXT to go to the main roster.
I think you are half right with that.
No, who do you think else is ready then?
Fallon Henley?
No.
Fallon
Henley needs to make the face she needs to go all the way back around.
Okay, so what changed in a matter of months? Because you were saying Fallon Henley was ready for the main roster.
She took a backseat to JC Jane, and she's just been the second and third wheel of that Fatal Attraction, where when she was the North American champion, she was the one out front. And they've been teasing like a split of some sort between the three of them.
For a while now.
Yeah, I feel like that needs to happen before any of them are ready for the main roster. JC Jade has done a great job over the summer as the NXT Women's Champion, and then she was the TNA Champion. She just lost it. She wasn't pinned, but she lost it to Ash by Elegance. And what a story for her, being fired from the WWE.
Dana Brooke, by the way, if people that don't know.
Not sure where she was going to end up. She ended up in TNA. She made this by Elegance thing work. They've created a whole team around it. They've been the Knockout Tag Champions for a while now. Now she's the Knockouts Champion. So Ash by Elegance and I can't remember what the other two's names are. They're
I think
literally
one of them's
holding
M.
yeah, they're literally holding all the gold in TNA in the women's division. So that's pretty impressive on that part. But yeah, I think Soul showed herself at Evolution to the WWE audience that doesn't watch NXT, and people want to see her more. And I think her and Zarya, I think that's going to elevate both of them to the main roster pretty quick because I don't see them splitting these two up either. But I don't also see them just keeping them as a tag team either. They're both going to still have single runs.
And as we have a comment in the chat, I will get to your comment when we get to that match. So give us a little while. Let's jump into Clash in Paris now. Mike, I lied. Let's not jump into there first. We did get some unfortunate news. Well, unfortunate news, but better news than what could have been. For anybody who knows the Wrestling with Nerds podcast, we have a huge friend group behind the scenes. When we watch all this stuff, I know we jokingly butt heads and sometimes actually butt heads with him.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, don't know if you're watching this. Glad you're alive. Glad you're going to get better. You were going to work through this. But he did have a medical emergency a couple days ago. I tried to make that funnier than it probably should have been.
I'm glad you're alive, but yeah.
I'm glad you're alive. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, I'm glad you're alive.
I want to state that we're happy you're still with us because for a while, with us getting no news, we were worried.
Yeah.
We're still worried because you're probably going to have a very long, stressful, and traumatizing road to recovery. Because I know I hate PT, and that's just my lower back. But we're here for you. We're your friends. We care about you. Can't wait to see you in Discord, hopefully soon. But yeah, if people I know people have been saying this lately for other reasons, but you got any prayers? Got any, anything you could send out for a speedy recovery, which is probably not going to be so speedy? Anything. Ryan, you're laughing.
I love how you're so positive, and then you just go, wait, but there's the negative, but positive, then a little bit of negative, then big positive, then a little bit of negative. You are literally the Debbie Downer of this entire group sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, and he just headbutted my shoulder, so this could get really loud in just a second.
He'll be all
But
right.
yeah, in all seriousness,
It's no different.
folks.
It's no difference hearing him whine than if TJ was here whining.
So what you're saying is TJ is equivalent to a 6-week-old baby.
TJ is equivalent to like 66-year-old babies.
Hold on, let me see if that math is mathing.
As he's thinking about that, in all seriousness, no,
That's
folks.
a 600-pound baby. I'm kidding.
If you all have some time to pray, please pray for our friend Rob. Rob, hope you get a speedy recovery, man.
Hope you're
Come
watching.
back stronger.
Hope you're watching.
I hope he's sleeping and resting and not listening to us.
Yeah. Well, maybe we put him to sleep. Have you thought about that?
Maybe we're putting him in the situation he's in.
No, it wouldn't be us.
I'm just saying.
But let's jump into Clash in Paris before this goes off even more of a
rail.
Yep.
We're on the fucking crazy train. That's for sure.
I didn't hear anybody scream all aboard.
You Ozzy Osbourne.
John Cena.
No, we can't talk about Ozzy Osbourne. The family will get mad.
Oh, just ask Becky Lynch about that.
The family will get mad.
As much as I dislike Becky Lynch, the fact that people came out and said that, and that Kelly came out and said that, Becky's doing everything right.
Some people just don't get a work.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the other thing that happened in the past week, that was not a work.
I was just waiting for Nikki Bella to say the other C word, but
What are we talking about here? What was not the work?
The independent fiasco with Rampage Jackson's kid.
How
he
it was.
Ain't
No
no
way in
way
hell that
that
was a work. No
Oh,
way.
well, they're
Yeah.
saying after the fact that he just got a little too stiff.
Oh, he definitely got stiff, all right.
'Cause-
He got stiff, and the dude laying on the mat got stiff when he got knocked the fuck out.
Okay,
You talk
But-
about AEW trying to kill people. I mean, that man tried to kill that person.
but for what they're saying, he
Oh,
was told that
man.
he'd be able to go into the ring and give a receipt.
No, that was somebody else that was on the show, but thought he knew what he meant by giving him a receipt, which is one shot, not 22 shots.
So they didn't wise him up on how to do it. They just said do it.
They screwed themselves up because they've been pulled out of the ID program for WWE now. That major backfire. That's what happens when outlaw independents try to do a show. And I don't care if Rikishi owns the business, that company, or Mike Knox owns it. That was stupid on their part. Whether it works, shoot, doesn't matter. It was a stupid move.
Yes, I agree. And it went viral for all the wrong reasons. But now Clash into Paris. John Cena versus Logan Paul. These matches, we don't know what order they're going to go in, but we're just going to go down the list here. John Cena versus Logan Paul. Does John Cena put over Logan Paul, or does Cena come away with the win here?
I think Cena wins.
With help?
I have
Clean?
I have a feeling that he's gonna put over Logan Paul. Is what I think. I don't. I just have a feeling.
I think Cena at this point needs to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm putting
Again,
people over.
I mean, if WrestlePalooza is going to be Brock Lesnar, then yeah, Logan Paul is going to beat John Cena because of Brock Lesnar.
That's a good point too.
I mean, the advertisement for WrestlePalooza is it's somebody that Cena hasn't faced in 10 years.
Chris Jericho.
It's Brock Lesnar.
Chris Jericho.
Could be. I've heard he's available.
Kurt Angle. No, wait, can't do that.
No, he's busy. They're the Real American Wrestling Pro show. Their event is this weekend
I'm
Uh,
just
in
happy.
Cleveland, and
I'm just
he's the general manager of the Real American Wrestling.
I'm just happy he put Dominic Mysterio on his list that he wants to face.
Well, because he wants the IC title.
So has he been officially released, or is he just doing everything in his power to make Tony Khan sweat?
I don't. It depends on what his contract is. They don't. AEW does a good job of keeping
Everybody
contracts.
signs an NDA.
Except Jack Swagger.
Negative. If you haven't noticed, you need
Jack
to go
Swagger
watch.
didn't.
I know you're not working, so you don't get to catch up on Chris Van Fleet, but you might want to go watch his Jake Hager podcast
Yes.
from the other day.
You do. I watched it and listened to it at work. It was
Yeah.
pretty
Jake
entertaining.
Hager.
Swagger.
Jack Swagger,
Yeah.
Jack Hager.
See,
Yeah,
the minute they leave
Daddy's
the big leagues,
little billionaire.
sounds like everybody who leaves that place says the exact same thing.
Yeah, it was a very interesting podcast. But I did
Yep.
see an interesting stat about AEW. Their injury rate to ratio to people staying healthy is at like 13%.
I don't know if you
Aye.
saw. I don't know if you saw. They tried killing Darby Allin the other night. Just saying. Tried doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Talking in the lights out match.
No, it was on I think Tuesday nights, whatever their program
Or
is.
Wednesday Night Dynamite. It sounds
Yeah.
like WWE is helping TNA get a deal to go to CW on Wednesday nights to go against AEW.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting if that takes place.
I think Hunter said it best. I'm just gonna buy that pissant company and fire all of you.
Oh, it's good to see that Billy was all in.
Yeah. Good one.
Were the roids worth it, Billy? Were the roids
Yeah.
worth it? All right, let's jump into what is on Wiki as the second match. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little more delayed than I thought it was going to be. In a fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Byron in the YouTube chat said Seth Rollins must retain and have a competitive championship reign. What do you guys think of this match? Because I do see Seth Rollins winning. I don't see anybody beating him here.
What's a competitive reign? That's a normal Seth Rollins reign. He's competitive. This World Heavyweight Championship is becoming stagnant to me very quickly. There's only been 4 people that have held the title.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 4? Yeah. 5. I'm sorry, 5. It's very, very stagnant on the reigns of it. For being something different than the WWE title, it's a very similar situation. I don't, I mean, definitely, I don't see Rollins being a one and done champion. So I would say he's gonna win.
I said it Monday. LA eats the pin,
but I don't agree with that. I think
it's
Jay. I think it's Jay that's gonna eat it, or it could be Punk. And if it's Punk, it's because the other 2 hit their finishers on him, and then Seth grabs the finish.
I think
because this whole
we
thing
get
about
a third man here, or not a third man, but a fourth man.
This whole thing about working together and we got to work together to beat Seth, and then what's going to happen is he's going to piss Knight and Jay off, and it's going to backfire. And who would you think? Why does that team group right now need a 4th person? It's not the Bloodline.
I know, but I don't know why I keep going back. He's the North American champion. I don't know why I keep going back to it, but Ethan Page, I feel like sooner or later is joining this team.
Ethan Page is having too much fun with Chelsea Green.
I think Ethan. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Ethan Page, his whole trajectory has changed, and I would not be shocked if he doesn't. When he does come to the main roster, it's gonna be on SmackDown, and it's gonna be some sort of Canadian alliance out there as well. I feel like that's where they're going with it.
I agree. I'd like to see Punk win this match, but they're gonna save that moment until probably WrestleMania.
I'd like to see LA win this freaking match. That's my opinion. Just take it or leave it here. LA is phenomenal, but when he's really good at promos, even great at promos. But there's countless times. I don't think it's the in-ring work. I think it's his talking work where he gets too fast with talking and jumbles up everything. Ryan, why haven't they pulled the trigger with LA Knight yet?
Because for the first time in a very, very long time for the WWE, there's more than 3 people at the top. Okay. And not everybody can be world champion. Not everybody needs to be world champion. LA Knight is a very, very much reminds me of Roddy Piper. He can be a top guy and not have to be the world champion.
Well, Roddy Piper is probably the best WWF wrestler to never win the big one.
I would put him 3rd. I mean, there's Perfect and there's Razor in front of him.
Okay.
But Piper is without a doubt the first one you think of somebody that never needed to be the world champion.
Okay.
Piper was the enigma to himself, and that's what LA Knight is. I think the best thing for LA Knight right now is that he's on Raw and it's not on SmackDown, because SmackDown, yes, he's in the main events getting beat up and pinned and that kind of stuff, but on SmackDown he was just getting fed to Team Bloodline. So I mean, if he gets moved to Raw and Raw becomes his home, you can easily slide him into the mid card title reign, battling Dom and AJ and all those guys. So he's one of those betweeners. He can play the main event card, but he can also play the mid card, and it's still believable on both sides.
Okay.
Because if you kind of pay attention to the way he's been getting, if he got beat or gets beat, very, very seldomly is it a clean beat. It's kind of like Jordan Grace in NXT. I'm so sick of her losing a match by some other uh reasoning, but whether it be a turnbuckle open or a chair or a belt to the back. I mean, I don't think she's gotten beat clean yet. It's kind of the same thing with LA, where there's always some sort of shenanigans.
Mike, what are your thoughts coming into this match? I know you mentioned you want CM Punk to win, but
Well,
what are your
yeah,
thoughts
he's
coming
behind him.
Yeah, he's behind me, right here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in? I think he's staring
um,
at your ass.
I mean, he looks Puerto
probably.
Rican behind you, but it's supposed to be him behind you.
Órale, hon.
I I don't know. I just this match it can go probably it's probably gonna go Seth Rollins' way just because of his title reign and you know how he's gonna keep this reign up because he wants to keep the power with this group with the vision. I'd like to see Punk win just because of what happened at SummerSlam, but they're not gonna have Seth just be a one off. So that's just my opinion. I think it's gonna be a competitive match. Don't get me wrong, but I think in the end
When
Seth will get help and he'll win.
when do you guys think we're gonna get Seth and Roman 1-on-1 with nobody else involved?
Mm,
Never,
I heard a rumor that
Why?
I heard a rumor is possibly for next year at Mania, but we'll see.
because even if you throw Cage over it, those two jackasses are somehow getting involved.
Oh no, I meant as in it's not a fatal four way or a triple threat or something of that nature. It's finally Seth versus Roman.
I
Put him in
know.
Hell in a Cell at Mania is what I would do.
Yeah, but you could still have Braun Squared still get involved.
I'm not worried about them being involved. I'm saying I want when are we getting Rollins versus Roman with nobody else in the match?
Oh, you mean in the
We
match? I
haven't
thought you were just
had that
talking
yet.
about one versus one,
No,
no interference, no nothing.
no, you're not going to get that anymore. Everybody wants run-ins and it's boring anymore.
Either a
But
Rumble or Mania. The only two spots that it can go to, I think.
could we possibly get Seth versus Roman at Crown Jewel? It's in Australia. It's a big
Some
show.
SummerSlam next year.
So you're gonna hold that in your pocket until SummerSlam next year?
I don't know, but if they do, there's two things that I've been hearing: Roman and Seth at Mania, or Roman and Cody again. So
I mean, Roman and Cody again would be the third in their matchup, so a trifecta is needed. It sounds like we're gonna get a we possibly could get the infamous third match at the Cena farewell match of Cena and Rock too. That's been rumored now. Um, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Roman. I think Roman gets done with Bronson. I think they're gonna make him go through the list. So I think he's gonna take out Bronson, he's gonna take out Braun, and then he'll get to Seth. So I wouldn't be shocked at WrestlePalooza it's not Roman and Braun. I think WrestlePalooza you're gonna get Seth versus Punk 1-on-1.
Okay.
That's what I think you're gonna get. Um, I you could possibly see an LA Knight heel turn, not joining the Vision, but just a heel turn. And I could see LA Knight versus Jey Uso. That could be
yeah, I can see that.
interesting. That could be very interesting.
Yeah, but you've liked LA Knight or Eli Drake better as a heel, haven't you?
I mean, when he's Eli Drake, he was a heel and he was good. He was the Impact champion, TNA champion as a heel. Him making fun of Jey Uso and the Yeet could be pretty fun.
So I think all three of us are in.
Rollins is winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One way or another, Rollins is winning.
Yep.
Next match on the card, one match I do not give a rat's ass about. Sheamus versus Rusev and a good old Donnie-fashioned Donnybrook match.
Sheamus wins.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
going to
care
be
about it.
two manly men slapping meat.
You want to know who wins? My bladder when I get to go empty it during this match. do not care. This is mid 2010s booking where these guys have to fight 30 times before it's over.
I have Sheamus winning, but I don't really care for the match.
I think Rusev will win. Or, you never know, they might become a tag team out of this deal.
Instead of the bar, they're the pole.
And Rey Mysterio will bring back Alberto Del Rio.
That's been the rumor. Actually, Roman Reigns is pushed for it as well.
A little chihuahua.
Yeah.
So, next match, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman in just a straight singles match.
This is going to be the match that opens the show. I'm banking on it.
Okay.
And I think the tribal chief gets his
Shula follow back.
Shula follow, yeah. All right, TJ,
Timu
TJ,
I gotta do it since he's not here.
Stop it.
I gotta do it since he's not here.
You want to know what the Iron Sheik was giving Roman at SummerSlam?
What was he giving him?
Never mind, I'm not gonna do it. It's just the middle finger.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't even know if it's going to be a good match. For all I know, this could be a one-sided Roman just kills him match.
No,
It could be an all-out war.
It'll be a good match. It'll be a slugfest. It won't be. It'll be bowling shoe ugly, and Roman will get the win.
I could see multiple tables and barriers getting broken in this match too.
After the match, do we have involvement? And if we do, how many tsunamis does Bronson Reed hit?
None.
Well,
None?
if Roman's working WrestlePalooza, they're not gonna write him off.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen clips of it. He plans on doing movies and wrestling at the same time. He's not taking time off.
Nice.
He was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, and he said that he wants to be the first one to do movies and still be on shows at the same time. He's not taking time off.
So are we possibly looking at a full-time Roman with possible...
I mean, I don't think you'll get full-time Roman, but you're going to get more than part-time.
3/4.
I mean, he might... I mean, he might not be on TV every single week, but I would bet out of a 4-week schedule for a month, you might get him 3.
I mean, that's still better than what we're getting a lot of part-timers. All right, final match that we're talking about. This, like I said before, this isn't the match card. We don't know the actual order it will be in. Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch is winning. Crazy Bailey's coming out.
I think Crazy Bailey costs Becky, and Nikki wins the IC title.
I'm going with Ryan. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I think Nikki Bella wins the title.
I think Nikki Bella wins the IC title.
Is Nikki Bella back full time?
She's back.
She's back.
I'll give you this much from what I've seen and what I've heard from other people is she's 120% invested in what she's doing. She is digging deep into her arsenal when it comes to promos and stuff.
Yeah, so is everybody else against her. Every promo against her is John Cena this, John Cena that, how you couldn't keep a man, or
that's not really digging, that's just hitting the low-hanging fruit, and eventually that's just gonna get annoying. I think we're gonna see the best version of Nikki Bella we've ever seen. I think she's fully invested. She's working with Natty again to work on her in-ring skills. I mean, one, she had a kid. You got to remember that part.
Yep.
2, she hadn't been in the ring. Plus, she had to get over the fact the whole neck situation.
Yep.
I think we're gonna see the best version of Nikki Bella, and she's gonna be the IC champion
I agree.
If she's
I
the
agree
IC
with Ryan.
champion, how long does she hold it?
as long as they want her to. I mean, I
I mean,
can't go
yeah.
anywhere with it. I mean, does you see anybody that could possibly be a challenge and threat for the IC title?
Other than whenever Liv Morgan returns, because I know they want to do Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella at some point.
I don't think it would be for the
I-
IC title though.
I mean, you figure Bailey, if Bailey costs Becky the IC title, then you're gonna have that spew off where neither one of them are competing for a title. Because in all honesty, I know Charlotte is the women's tag champ, but that's helping elevate that title that really desperately needs the elevated. But as for that mid card titles to work, the top girls don't need to be holding them. So Becky holding the IC title, it does nothing for the IC title, in my opinion. It just doesn't. So if you put it on somebody like Nikki working her way to get back to the top, that works. If you have, I don't know, Raquel challenge Nikki for it, and
Roxanne.
yeah, Roxanne kind of can be kind of like the LA Knight, and it's kind of the in betweener. She can challenge for the world title, but she can also challenge for the Intercontinental title. Somebody like Stephanie Valkyrie, who
Doesn't have a
evidently is
match.
not getting a world title match anytime soon because or she's getting it one on one. That whole situation is so stupid that you had a week in between Naomi giving up the title to get to Clash, and you couldn't figure out a way to get Stephanie a match. Instead, you say, I'm working on signing somebody to get you a match. So that means whoever he's signing automatically is earning a shot at the World Heavyweight title. That doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
But I could see Stephanie going into that IC title reign picture or title picture to kind of build it up until she's ready to go to the world title picture. I think everybody gets on this fast track of, oh, she was so great in NXT, and she is. Don't get me wrong, she is great. But fast tracking people to the world titles is what ends their careers early. Jack Swagger, who we just talked about earlier, is a prime example of that. They fast tracked him to being the world heavyweight champion, and then everything else for the rest of his career was downhill. So let them work their way up the ladder to get to the world title. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about people, oh, this guy is so great, he should be world champion. Why? Just being great will not make you the world champion. You can be the greatest wrestler in the world, but if you can't talk or you can't cut a promo, you ain't going to be the world heavyweight champion. It's simple. It's easy to figure that out. And then there's also people like we just talked about LA Knight. There's people that don't need to be the world champion to be top. So the world title is there's that famous saying, either the wrestler makes the title or the title makes the wrestler. Sometimes the wrestler don't need the title to be made.
All right.
So
Well, when Adam Pearce said, "I'm working on signing somebody," who are we thinking?
I think it's just gonna be somebody they pull from SmackDown or NXT.
Yeah.
I don't think
just
it's
to feed to
any.
Stephanie Valkyrie.
No, I would almost bet if they sign somebody from SmackDown that Stephanie's gonna get beat. Just it's a feeling that I have. How much time has Stephanie gotten on TV since winning at Evolution? Exactly.
I think that's kind of shitty booking on their end.
Well, I think the baby thing kind of put a wrench in the monkey plans there.
Yeah. And I mean,
Um,
I've seen the argument too that people online have been saying that Triple H's booking of Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie has been terrible, but compared to what Sean did in NXT.
But see, I hate that too. Triple H is not the centerpiece. He's the centerpiece of booking. There are two other people that are doing these shows,
Hmm.
and they're trying to cram everything they are, and they're building to. If you watch enough, they're building to Julia having a title match. They haven't done anything with Stephanie, but that's also not to say maybe Stephanie was asking for some time off, because now they grant that very easily now. You don't have to really if I if you didn't have anything for me until Clash at the Castle or Clash of Paris, then I don't need to be on TV. I can take the time off. She could be nursing an injury. We don't know because they don't have to tell us everything. We don't need to be in the know of all the time. I personally, if Stephanie was going to face somebody for the world title after SummerSlam, she should have been involved in SummerSlam, either sitting at ringside or you could have made her the special guest referee for that triple threat. Something to keep her aligned in the story would have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't always, not all of that ever always falls on Triple H. I know in football, if the team loses, it's because of the quarterback play. But if the team wins, the quarterback's the greatest. But it's not always about Triple H's booking when there's two people booking the actual shows. We've seen where Triple H has been taking vacations and not being on at TV. We've heard him not being at TV because he was at his daughter's softball games. So it falls on Triple H, but it also falls on Bruce, it falls on Road Dogg, it falls on Helms, and all of them. And I think part of that is why they put Kiana James with Julia so that she has somebody to speak for her.
That makes sense.
So
I feel like they've dropped the ball, like Mike said, with at least the setup of Stephanie Valkyrie with this women's world title. Granted, I understand Naomi getting pregnant. Congratulations, good for you. Happy for your family. There was a wrench in a bunch of shit. But even I think Ryan, you said it. You have a week to think of something, and then you still punt it a week later.
Shoot, you could have done a tournament style thing, you know?
And then
Could have done that.
a battle royal.
what's wrong? I say, what's wrong with having a good old fashioned battle royal? Everybody
and the
loves
winner
a battle
faces
royal.
Julia, not Julia.
No,
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Yeah, that could have been easy, but everybody would have been pissed off because 9 times out of 10, if they would have done a battle royal on Raw, who do you think was going to win it?
Io Rhea.
Exactly. And who's everybody saying shouldn't be in the world title picture right now?
Io Rhea.
Exactly. Because, again, also, if the girls don't step up, they're going to keep going with the ones that they can believe in and trust in, and that's Rhea and Io. Now you have this whole thing with Io and Rhea with the Kabuki dumbasses.
I do like that storyline, how it's building, though.
It is, but where's it going? Are we gonna have Io and Rhea as a tag team? Or are we gonna or is this one big giant setup and Io is gonna screw Rhea and they're gonna just go off as a heel weird team doing the whole pony thing? I don't fucking know anymore.
I could
But
see them being a tag team for a match against the Kabuki Warriors or like WrestlePalooza or something.
Are you building Rhea and Io up as a tag team to take on Charlotte and Alexa?
I gotta go find lotion.
Because if you look at that tag team, unless they split themselves up, you're gonna need to be a mega team to take the titles off of them.
Or they have infighting.
That's what I just said. Unless they split themselves up,
Oh, okay, yep.
then it's gotta be a mega team versus mega team type situation to get the belts off of them.
Do you think we have any surprises with SmackDown tomorrow?
No.
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 I'm thinking you'll have more surprises on Raw than you will on SmackDown. Because remember, we have the Intercontinental title match on Monday.
I was more of thinking leading into Clash in Paris.
When's Worlds Collide?
Worlds Collide is I think later in September. I think it's like the weekend of the 16th or 17th, I believe.
I got it right here. Give me a sec.
I could very well see Valkingo costing Dom the IC title on Raw.
September 12th.
But I also see Dom beating Valkyno to win the AAA title. Because I
Mhm.
think that AAA title is eventually going to be I think that AAA title will be Dom will hold that title until WrestleMania.
I can
That-
see it.
That September 12th is a Friday.
Yeah, it's like an 11 o'clock start time.
Yeah, because it's
Interesting.
like 8 o'clock Pacific or something.
But I strongly see that Dom's going to hold that AAA title until WrestleMania, and we're going to get Dom and Ray again.
I could see it.
But the question becomes, is it going to be title for mask or title for career?
I think it'll be title for career.
Title for hair?
Mhm. You're funny.
Or it's going to be hair versus mask for the title.
Mhm.
Remember that they wouldn't have mentioned that Rey Mysterio has never had a chance at that AAA title if he's not going to try to get the AAA title. And I think the WWE and AAA would make it so that Rey becomes a AAA world champion. But they're going to build Dom up by Dom being the champion before Rey. And I don't know why. I haven't seen any reason yet why, but I don't know why Rey was pulled from Daytona and replaced by Kevin Owens.
I thought it
They
was
never
travel
they
issues.
they never mentioned anything. I didn't see that.
I don't know. I forgot where I saw that. It could have just been one of the fake Facebook news sites.
But um
That's Clash in Paris. You guys have anything else you guys want to hit before we close up shop?
I want to hit you, but you're in Connecticut, so you can't do
Hmm.
that.
I showed up on time. I'm not at like some demolition derby.
You don't wait a minute. What's the difference between that demolition derby and what we're gonna go turn on YouTube and watch here in a little bit? It's the same thing.
One you don't have to pay money for.
Yeah, it's he's allowed to be a dad.
Yep, let him be a dad.
Fair point. Fair point.
I mean, think about it. If he's with them, he's not not bugging us. Love you, TJ.
I know it has been quiet, hasn't it?
Dude, I know one thing. When Paxton there gets a little bit moving around and he goes a hold and grabs a grip of that Italian
Already
hamburger
does.
meat,
Already
that's
does.
gonna hurt.
He grabbed it so hard yesterday. Ripped hair out, and I start like little specks of red.
Mhm.
And then I swear, I'm the only one that saw this. He was smiling.
Ah. It's
He also
it's
headbutts me.
well, he's not headbutting you. He's telling you to move out of his way.
Yeah, get out of the way, dad.
Yeah.
Uh,
But no, I see Clash. I mean, I don't know. We had this conversation the other day in the chat between the three or four of us. August. I mean, I loved SummerSlam, but after SummerSlam,
I liked Heatwave. Just
like
saying.
it's just been.
SmackDown and Raw have been hard to watch, especially SmackDown since SummerSlam. It's been very hard to watch.
NXT's still been the best show, I feel like.
It just feels like they're just filling time on both shows. Like there's nothing that
Stands out, you're like, oh
No,
my god, that was amazing.
I get that.
There's-
It feels like they're in a permanent holding pattern.
there's no like. I want something that you can like sink your teeth into story wise, and none of it's sinking in at all. None. There's not a single thing that's like that's what I want to watch on Raw or on SmackDown. It's like
I mean,
eh,
the vision I kind of can dig.
Dude, they
even
cut
that's
the same promo every
yeah.
week.
Oh,
I'm starting to get
100%.
annoyed.
It is getting it's very very stale. I
So
mean
did the Bloodline, though.
it's the only difference now is they actually have a damn team name instead of just being Rollins and his group.
The
And then
Goonies.
I'm not the biggest Seth Rollins fan, but his promos are annoying.
I think they're purposely done that way.
Oh, I'd like to throat punch him.
Wow, I haven't heard throat punch in a while.
Uh,
I heard throat punching today on the Pat McAfee show because he was talking about his time in Australia and he was watching an Australian football game and some guy throat punched somebody.
By the way, just so in case anybody's watching, if you have a friend that's a Dallas Cowboys fan,
Check on
number
them.
one, they shouldn't be your friend. Number two, you should probably check on them.
And if you're a Chicago Bears fan, you have the worst freaking nightmare of your entire life for the next 5 seasons.
I just made mention to Joe right before we started because he's like, "Hey, in case you didn't know, the Cowboys have already been knocked out of playoff contention." I said, "Hey, in case you didn't know, you're now finishing third in that division." He's like, "Shut up."
What happened? I must have missed it.
Micah Parsons got
Micah
traded to the
Parsons got
Packers.
traded to the Packers for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark.
And then he signed a 4-year extension. So
you
any
paid him, you
thoughts?
traded for him, you paid him, and now you're screwed for the next couple of years.
No.
The freaking Cowboys, I'm not gonna say that word, drug you through the mud.
Why? The Packers waste first-round picks on defensive talent anyway, so they went ahead and got the best defensive edge rusher in the game.
I understand that, but if they're still gonna finish third in the division,
No, the Bears are gonna finish third in the division.
that's who got Micah Parsons, right?
No.
And the
This is
This is like,
Packers.
I feel like I'm talking to my wife here.
The Packers got Micah Parsons.
The Cowboys
okay.
traded Micah Parsons to the Packers. Joe let me know that the Cowboys are now officially knocked out of the playoffs, and I told him you guys have officially been
That's where I
placed
got it
in
mixed
third
up.
place.
Okay, that's where I got it mixed up.
As all of us Bears fans know, we just get fucking pain every fucking year.
Just when you think you have a chance, the Packers say, "Hold my beer."
Okay, but still, Dallas made out pretty good with the 2 first-round picks, because even with the Packers,
They have two first-round picks, but their owner GM is Jerry Jones. So let's hold your horses.
Well, Jerry Jones, I was watching before we went live tonight. Jerry Jones was in his press conference with his son, was like, "We could take those 2 first-round picks and go get somebody right now."
Yeah,
those
I
picks.
say, hold off on that. This could end with the Cowboys having no first-round picks for the next 2 years because I can see them trading all 4 first-round picks to go bring in players
for Brock Purdy
that they're not going to pay.
Well, we just know one thing. Next Thursday night, when it's Cowboys-Eagles to kick off the season, the Eagles are winning by 50.
Yeah. Guess who gets to play Micah and the Packers week 2 on Thursday night? Yeah. Hello. But Larry Tunsil's, he'll take care of him.
And AJ's like, I just want Mike Vrabel and Drake May to rule the AFC East.
That ain't happening.
Oh man, I know we're not a football podcast, but dude, did you see my post of the Buffalo Bills?
Dude, those jerseys.
The whole AFC East, all their jerseys are nice.
Them winter jerseys that they're gonna wear. Oh my god!
Let's just hope they don't wear them in the snow.
I was gonna say that'd be the thing, though.
I want the helmet. The silver buffalo is freaking sick looking.
When do you guys have your draft?
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
You don't play, so you win all the time.
I don't care.
I got mine Sunday.
I think they decided it was going to be a Monday because I don't know.
Weren't they trying to screw you?
Nah, it was just they changed it because one person couldn't do it, and then they made it a day. And I thought I had to work Tuesday morning, so I was kind of pissed. And now I don't have to work, so.
Whoa. Little pig suey.
I'll give it a college try.
Yeah, I don't do fun leagues. I only do pay leagues. But take care, everybody. Enjoy Clash in Paris.
Enjoy college football.
Yeah, enjoy college football this weekend.
Except for Connecticut people, they don't enjoy college football.
Well, Connecticut is playing Connecticut, so Connecticut team is gonna win.
Enjoy it.
I've laughed my ass off. You guys tie.
Enjoy the last round of the NASCAR playoffs this year because what if you saw what happened today in those labor negotiations? Not the labor negotiations, that trial they had. No, not the trial, but whatever court hearing they had today, NASCAR will never be the same after December.
Yeah, why?
Mhm.
What's going on?
Oh boy.
The
I'm not caught up.
They unreleased a lot of Discovery, and there's a lot of
yeah,
text messages in there.
they opened Discovery between NASCAR and Prime and NASCAR and a couple of the Kennedy, the France Kennedy family, and then they opened up Discovery text between
2311 front row.
Danny and Front Row and Jordan, where basically NASCAR said that we have to get Speedway Motors on board so that the teams can't create their own series. Which, if that's not a monopoly, I don't know what is.
Well, I don't think anybody was saying NASCAR is not a monopoly. They are 100% a monopoly.
That's part of the reason why 2311 and Front Row are suing them.
So do you think we don't see NASCAR after December, or do you think
see it's going to be very different?
This would be very different, especially when you have 2311 saying that they hope Jim France dies.
ouch?
No, they didn't say they hope Jim France dies. They said that their best option was if Jim France died. There's a difference. Hoping somebody dies and then saying if that guy dies, things will change. That's two different things.
And then not Micah, what was I going to say?
Michael Jordan called Joe
Michael
Gibbs
Jordan,
fuckers.
yes. Yep, and then he called out, said a bunch of them are pussies and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they were awarded a charter or something for some. I'm not sure what that was about. There's not a whole lot of detail. They're doing the highlights of it.
So,
Basically, yeah.
evidently,
do you think NASCAR caves and gives them back their charters, and and says
It's
the
going to
judge
trial.
the judge will roll on all of this discovery next week, and one of the rulings will be if 2311 and Front Row can retain their charters for the rest of the year, instead of NASCAR saying they have people for sale. The part I'm waiting for is when it goes to trial, all of the redacted parts
Yep.
get released, and that's just gonna steamroll the whole process.
So
You're gonna find so many things out that you didn't even think about at all when it comes to stuff not being redacted in the statements.
can you imagine if we go into February next year and there's nothing? There's
No,
NASCAR
because
has to sell everything.
if NASCAR doesn't go with it, I think the teams will come together and do something.
Yeah, but they would
You
have
got-
to. I think they would have to take a year off to build a sanctioning body and.
Do you not remember who owns the Cars Tour?
Dale Jr.
Don't think that wasn't done just because Kevin Harvick and Dale Jr. and Jeff Burton and Justin Marks thought it'd be a great idea to just buy
but then do we have a Cup Series, or are we just going to be running late models?
Run late models, run super late models.
Well, then you can kiss goodbye all the mile and a halves, and
For the first year, it would still be fun as hell.
You don't think some tracks would go under because of that?
Yeah, the NASCAR tracks will. The SMI tracks won't. SMI owns North Wilkesboro, and the SMI owns Bristol. You have Martinsville. You're gonna see super late models and late models racing at those tracks. I'd pay to see that every day of the week.
Who owns New Hampshire?
Who cares?
Well, they're the same logo that Bristol and Martinsville have.
It's
Maybe
SMI.
Yeah.
SMI, which is the
Marcus
same
Smith.
ones that are in Charlotte. You have Charlotte, you have Bristol. The hell with all the other NASCAR sanctioned tracks.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Chicagoland's supposed to come back next year. Okay,
Yeah,
just
sorry,
saying.
get fucked.
Yeah, man. That would be your guys' luck too.
Oh,
Yes,
it would be.
It's like the Pinocchio and Shrek. I'm a real boy. No, I'm not. It's like the same thing. We got Chicagoland back, and the season's canceled.
Tell us a lie. Tell us you're wearing ladies' underwear. I'm wearing ladies' underwear. Are you wearing ladies' underwear? No. It's a thong.
Yeah, that would be your Chicagoans' luck. It's like, yes, we got a race back, and season canceled.
I would hear either Mike or Joe scream an expletive.
I mean, we have it in a Discord, but we do have that soundboard.
Why? 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 Why?
Uh,
I think weren't the Commanders playing the Bears?
Yes, it was. And we get to
Yeah.
run that. We get to run it back again this year. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah. And the best part about it is we're literally wearing the black uniforms for that game and that game only this year.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
funny.
wearing them for any other game except for the rematch against the Bears.
All right,
It's
everybody.
gonna be great.
Well, I think we've gone on a long enough of a tangent. Thank you for enjoying the Wrestling with Nerds podcast and the Sports with Nerds podcast. The Yankees are currently beating the White Sox, Mike, 6-4.
Yep.
If we lose to the worst team,
Excuse me, Colorado Rockies, sir. Thank you.
Second worst team. I'm sorry.
Put some respect on us, damn it.
I'm at this point. I don't think we should make the playoffs. I really don't, because I don't want to have that. What's gonna happen? Just
Oh
don't.
my, that's hilarious.
But
I opened my phone and it shows a thing. Evidently, right before it broke that Micah Parsons got traded, Michael Irving was on ESPN saying that he wasn't gonna go anywhere. And literally a minute later, it broke that he got traded to the Packers.
wrongo. But take care, everybody. We will hopefully have
Oh,
what else you got?
Kyle Schwarber is the 21st ever 4 home runs in a game.
Good for him. He's been smashing. Well, he's streaky though. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, we can get together after Clash in Paris, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If not, next Thursday we'll have the review, along with thoughts of Monday Night Raw following. But take care. We'll see you then. And yeah,
Enjoy your holiday weekend, folks.
Deuces.
Everybody enjoy.
a yeet. We need to make like a GIF of him.
One.
No, you.
No yeet. All right, bye everybody.